Hey everyone, it's me Jeremy, and today I would like to do a little impression video on the shendrones Krieger as you see in front of me, to give my impressions about the quadcopter and the way I've built it, so with some tips. So this is my setup. Right now I'm using a 600 TV line CMOS camera from Fat Shark for the video. I'm using the Aomway 200 milliwatt 5.8 gigahertz to have video. This is a very bad antenna, but don't mind. The other thing I have a serial LED strip. So as you can see over here, I have a LED strip that I use to indicate my arming status and some nice lights during flight. My preferred props are the DAL bullnose 5x45s. They are extremely powerful and are really nice to fly with. Things I've done to the frame, I have painted the frame using some touch-up pen to make it nice and green, just to have the nice teaming build. And I have some flags up here, so for the antennas. For my default R2, as I'm using a Tyrannus, and that's about it. I'm using a NACE board, a NACE revision 5, using BORIS B, Baetaflight, and PIDS controller Luxfloat, and it absolutely works like a charm. No tuning required, pretty much. Other stuff I have a LC filter right here that goes from my power distribution board that has 12-volt output straight into the video transmitter. This way I can make sure that I don't have any lines in my video, so my video always looks nice and clear. Thoughts about this. First of all, for me, why did I like this frame? I found it very important that it was repairable at the field, and I can say one thing about it, and it really is. The thing that I really like about the frame is that just to get it loose, like for instance the FPV pod is the way I call it, or the camera module, is just 2 screws. As you can see over here, there's a little screw. You see the nut, right? All you have to do, you have to use your bolt and just unscrew, and then the whole pod comes off. So that's really nice. Just do those two, and if you do it like me, you use a JST connector right here to connect your focus. Yeah, use a JST connector right here to power your VTX and your camera, because I'm using the 5 volts from the Aomway to power my CMOS Fat Shark. It's really easy to repair. I mean. Things that I did also that were like abnormal. For instance, my motor wires, I hope you can see, but it's pretty hard with the bad lighting. I've directly soldered my ESC signal wires straight to the NACE board. This way I don't have to use any ridiculously large pin headers, so I don't have like all of my ESC wires sticking out. I wanted a nice clean setup. Pretty much that's it. The thing I'm really unhappy about has nothing to do with the frame, but with the motors I'm using. I'm using some Sunnyskies motors, 2300 kV that I bought off Banggood, and I really cannot advise them. I honestly don't like them. I haven't flown that much, and they rattle, and the bearings inside them aren't that good, and maybe they're fakes, but I mean it's quite hard to differentiate the fakes from the real ones, but yeah, that's about it. Other stuff that I can mention about the Krieger, it's really a small frame. If you're building this, there are actually not a lot of ways to make sure that it is built correctly. It is a enormously challenging build. For instance, the soldering, it took me about 3 hours to solder it together to do it correctly. I'm using a power distribution board from eBay. It's the CC3D power distribution board, and it has a 12-volt output and a 5-volt output. The 5-volt output I use for the NACE board, the I use it for the NAS board. The LEDs are parallel hooked to it, and also the D4R2, which is removed from its casing and just using some double-sided sticky tape, as you can see here, using CPPM. Come on, you little camera. And just like that, that's the way I use. You see here is my CPPM input to to have my signals coming through. The ESCs I'm using the DYS SN28s. I've reflashed them with Blheli 14, and actually it works fine. No problems whatsoever. Nothing becomes warm. The only problem I have is the CMOS camera is at its limits. The way I fly, cloudy days, a lot of light changes in garages. It's quite sensitive for. It's not as good as a CCD camera, as we all know. So yeah, I will upgrading this soon to an HS 1177. And that's about it. Other things I'm doing, I'm working on printing a 3D printed plate that fits on top of here, and also where I can insert the serial LEDs, so that they are a little bit nicer, and also it's nicely covered up, and you can put a Mobius or a Runcam or any other camera straight on top of there. That is, so it has a nice base plate. That's something I'm making right now. Other changes I will be making is I will think about how I will change my receiver, because I actually want to go to an upgrade to the X4R. But the problem with that is that I lose my telemetry, and I actually bought the Tyrannus specifically for the telemetry. And that's about it. This was a short little video about the shendrones Krieger. If you have any questions, I would like to refer to you to the Facebook page. And yeah, that's the way I've built it. I really like it. Oh yeah, one thing that I can mention as well is that I really want some legs, because these motors, you know, when you crash hard, they hit the ground, and I'm thinking about 3D printing some little motor mount with a little pedal leg, because in high grass it's quite a hard aircraft to take off. But that's about it. It's really light, it's powerful, it's extremely agile, and yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Goodbye. See you later.